Hi everyone, and welcome to a fresh edition of Weather for Weather Geeks here on the 26th day of February 2018. Hope you had a good weekend. Our weather certainly turned around today. What a beautiful, beautiful late winter day today, and we're going to do even better coming up tomorrow. But we've got some interesting things to talk about tonight, and first let's look at a little climatology here. We're climbing the list of wettest Februarys on record right now in fourth place at 4.92 inches of total precipitation this month. Now, we don't need a whole lot to climb up to third place and overtake 2011, and we may get there on Wednesday with some scattered afternoon showers. Might be kind of a close call here, but we'll probably finish in either third or fourth place on that list. Also, kind of surprisingly enough, climbing the list of warmest Februarys on record. Our forecast for February was for a colder than average month. That was wrong-o. It started okay, but the pattern change really overwhelmed things during the second half of the month, and yeah, last year the warmest on record. This year probably will almost certainly actually finish in fourth place. I don't think we are going to catch 1984 in third place, but fourth place seems to be pretty much in the bag. Let's take a little progress report here on the snow through the 26th day of February, and these will be the final numbers through meteorological winter because we don't expect any snow tomorrow and on Wednesday. 58.1 is the number at the airport so far this season. 47.9 is average. 47.4 is what we had last season through today's date. Now, we are not done with snow just yet. A lot of people are asking me about winter being over. I've been answering that question a lot, and it snows every March. And a lot of years it snows in April. Now, typically in April it's not much and it melts pretty quickly, but every March I'll have to pour through the record books, but I bet there are not many Marches at all that it does not snow in our area. Winter is far from over, and again, I only have to remind everyone of last year when we had the warmest February on record and then 20 inches of snow in March. It was like the 8th snowiest March on record. All right, today's number's pretty impressive. 31 on the low side and 51 this afternoon for the daytime high. Nowhere near record territory, of course. 73. The record set back in 2000. I meant to get my drawing tool. There it is. Nowhere near a record today, but awfully nice outside today. The weather map is very, very quiet across the country this evening. Some needed rain along the west coast, including down towards Southern California. That's good news for them. Big quiet area in the middle of the country. Some showers down over the Carolinas with a cold front, but overall, a pretty benign weather picture for us today. Now, of course, over the weekend, we were keeping an eye on the river gauges. We've had some high water, some high rivers. Thankfully, the flood threat was not much of a threat at all down towards East Liverpool and Wellsville. We told you about that late last week that, hey, pump the brakes here on this talk of severe flooding down there. It just didn't seem very likely. We have had some minor flooding, of course, around Eagle Creek in Trumbull County, an area that oftentimes sees high water and flood problems in late winter and into spring. We've dropped below flood stage, and so the flood warning has been discontinued for Eagle Creek. All right, tomorrow is going to look just like today. I mean, you'll be hard-pressed to find a cloud tomorrow. Just a bright sky, deep blue sky, beautiful day. This high pressure slides off to the east, and with a southerly breeze kicking in, I think we're going to make our way into the middle, if not upper 50s tomorrow afternoon. All right, tomorrow's the best day of the week. Wednesday, clouds roll in. Probably will get some rain showers right around midday into the afternoon hours. And speaking of rain showers, also in the forecast for Thursday, now this could be a borderline washout coming up on Thursday. Once it starts raining, it'll probably rain fairly consistently for the rest of the afternoon. Notice the colder air wrapping in, and yes, a little bit of snow in Chicago on Thursday, and I think we'll see snow showers here on Friday. As far as how much rain goes, here's a look at some of our computer modeling for Wednesday and into Thursday. Whoops, let me take off my webcam. There we go. We're probably talking about upwards of an inch as an average between Wednesday and Thursday. Now, that's a fair amount of rain, but we can probably handle that. That's going to keep the rivers and streams running pretty high, but I don't think this will trigger a whole lot of problems, even if we get a little on the high end here with the rain. All right, let's talk about Friday and the weekend and then the longer range. Friday is going to be a return to winter for one day. Here's our cold air wrapping in. Notice the isobars here on Friday are really packed together. This is going to be a blustery day. Snow showers and flurries around. Temperatures probably staying in the 30s. Now, I suspect we'll be above freezing all day long, so I'm not expecting the snow to really be all that impactful at this point. But you're going to notice, hey, it's snowing and it's windy, it's cold, it feels like winter. Thankfully, over the weekend, things will improve. The wind relaxes on Saturday. A mix of sun and clouds, pretty nice day on Saturday, and then the warmer half of the weekend is likely to be Sunday. It's also likely to be a bright and sunny end to the upcoming weekend. All right, let's talk a little bit about the longer range, including the month of March. Here's a look at the latest U.S. modeling for March, temperature-wise, showing kind of a mixed bag across the country. Blotches of cooler than average, blotches of warmer than average. That's a look at what we call the climate forecast system. That's an American version of the longer range modeling. Here's a look at the European modeling week by week, showing a cooler pattern settling in as we go into March. But, you know, this doesn't look real cold. I'm kind of leaning towards March being a ho-hum month as far as temperatures. You know, I don't see much of a signal towards real, you know, severe cold. I don't see much of a signal at this point that would signal you know, warmer than average temperatures on the order or of the magnitude that we've had during the second half of February. I'm going to show you some modeling here, but I'm going to do my official March forecast probably Wednesday evening. So look for that here on Weather Geeks and on air and on social media as well. The European modeling here for the next 30 days as far as precipitation goes shows a dry anomaly, middle of the country, kind of wet Mississippi and Tennessee valleys. Not real good news for them. They've had too much precipitation this February. Also kind of dry in New England and kind of a ho-hum signal for us here. So again, I'm going to do my official March forecast coming up in a couple of days, but right now I'm leaning towards kind of just a ho-hum March. March can be pretty nice. March can be remarkably warm like we had back in 2012. You may remember March of 2012 is exceptionally warm. And then March can be kind of cold and drab like last year. You know, we had March and February last year, and then in the month of March it was more like February. They just sort of switched. Right now I'm leaning towards this March being just sort of a typical month, temperature and precipitation wise. We're hoping to do a little better with the forecast than we did in February. All right, thanks for watching tonight's Weather for Weather Geeks. We're on at 11 tonight now that the Olympics are over, so hope you'll tune in then, and I hope you'll tune in to another edition of this video, same time, same place on Tuesday.